who's up first. Rachel in Manhattan. Rachel, thank you for waiting. It's great to have you on the program. Hi.
Hi, Rush. Debbie Wasserman Schultz is a racist. The way she's a racist, all right. She doesn't like black conservative men like Alan West. The horrible thing she said about him, I think there was some kind of rally in front of his campaign office in October of last year before the election, that he hates women, and now she's a liar. She is nasty. She's the one that voted for Obamacare that took out the $500 million.
Yeah, that's key.
But she's a racist.
That is key.
You got to give it back to them, Rush. She is a racist. That's simple.
She is running around trying to tell South Florida residents that Alan West wants to cut Medicare and Social Security when she herself voted for Obamacare, which cut $500 billion from Medicare. Debbie Blabbermouth Schultz is deranged. Folks, she is typical of today's American left. They are deranged. We face a delusional enemy. So this woman takes to the floor of the House and violates long-standing decorum by calling out another member. Now, I couldn't care less. Times are what they are, but the House does have that understanding that members are not to be called out. She did it. And West replied. West is a tough guy, and he is a brilliant man, and he's a good and decent man, and he has served in the U.S. military, and he's gone up against people far tougher than Debbie Blabbermouth Schultz. And so he fired back. This is not the first time she said this stuff about Alan West. She says it all the time in South Florida. The first time she said it on the floor of the House. So what did she do? She ran like a little crybaby to all these other left-wing women of the Democrat Party to help her out, and they start returning fire that West is the racist and West is the sexist and so forth. It'd be the same left-wing women, by the way, who have said not a damn thing about the attacks on Sarah Palin or Michelle Bachmann. The same left-wing women who couldn't care less if those two women are destroyed. The same left-wing women who go wobbly-kneed over Bill Clinton, who abused women left and right. These same left-wing women who have offered who knows what kind of favors to Bill Clinton to thank him for protecting abortion. Now, Debbie Blabbermouth Schultz goes and gets all these other left-wing women. I don't think they're to be taken seriously. They're liberals. Their concern for womanhood is really a concern for liberalism. We know that. Feminism is not really about women's rights. It's about the sacrament to the religion of liberalism, which is abortion. Their outrage is selective and politically expedient. Hey, you people in Boca who live in Debbie Blabbermouth Schultz district, do you know that she is the one who voted to slash Medicare by $500 billion? Debbie Wasserman Schultz voted to set up a 15-member board whose purpose is to slash the drugs and procedures that Medicare provides. She voted for that. It's called Obamacare. Debbie Wasserman Schultz voted for the death panels. Debbie Wasserman Schultz voted for Obamacare, which is going to blow up the American healthcare system if it is fully implemented. She is the one who is going to have the blood on her hands of an absolutely horrid piece of legislation. But you have to ask yourself, why are they going after Alan West? What happened here? I'll tell you what's going on. I'll tell you why you go after Alan West. He's effective. Alan West is one of a few who routinely stands up, speaks positively about the country and conservatism. He opposes the left-wing agenda. He does it and articulates it flawlessly. And as such, he's made himself a big target. Now, I think that it's clear they're going to take him out. The whole point here, they have made a strategic decision to take Allen West out. Where are the charges of racism here? Here is a white woman from South Florida going after an African American. Lies, and what you reverse this situation. You make the African American a Democrat and the woman a conservative, and you check the difference in reaction here. They're trying to take Allen West out, and if they succeed, the result will be that no other conservative is going to ever have the guts to stand up and speak his mind and say what needs to be said for fear of the same treatment. Because if you've noticed, nobody on the Republican side is coming to West's defense, which is a huge error. So we've got our guys, we've got West and a couple of others, good guys, speak out. They end up being targeted, and no one comes to their defense within the party. They leave it all up to people in talk radio to do it. So the left goes out, forms their attack squads. Here we have a war hero, Allen West, a war hero, a great conservative, dared to fire back at these lunatics. And here comes this delusional, deranged nut, and he's alone. He's alone in this. Why? Anyway, I think it's an indication of what's out there. And if she gets away with this, I'm telling you, he's a target. They're trying to take him out any which way they can. And if they get away with this, these people are constantly scheming this way. And if they get away with this, folks, I guarantee you. You're always calling me, why don't the Republicans say this, or why don't the Republicans do... No Republican's going to do diddly squat if they succeed in taking Allen West out, because none of them are going to want to be the next target. It's just that simple. So it's time for somebody to return fire from the position of the party itself. Realize what's going on here. How can you not realize what's going on?
The courage to fight and the talent to succeed. Rush on the EI.